go to sleep. See if your people come on. Let me smoke. Let me do my smoke break while your people come on.
While I make my announcements. Good morning. Not. What's going on, y'all? It's Sexy Robe Saturday. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening to the people. Delshanda, Aniva. Oh, shit, this phone is loud. Damn. Cat Eyes, how you doing? Chris So Crazy, Bin Laden, Real Talk, Nina, Tanya, Kamisha, Susan. Okay, Elizabeth, Real Talk. How y'all doing? Ray, hey, baby. It's Sexy Robe Saturday. Y'all ready for this evening? It is going to be an exciting evening. It's going to be exciting. While we letting everybody roll in, I was waiting to see Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Raggedy
girl, did you still messing with that girl?
I sure, you know what? I can't find no motherfucking pictures. Bitch probably built like a fucking sock with a can of vegetables in it and sitting around talking about she could see right through some goddamn body, but couldn't see that it was a comedy skit, not real life.
So you don't even know her name.
Talk to these people. He don't ever warn them.
So you don't even know Jesus' real name.
I know.
You know Jesus' real name?
Which one?
Do you know Jesus' real name?
His Hebrew name? Hey, Joy. Hey, Gina.
Nah. You've been looking for Jesus. I want to know, do you know Jesus' last name? You've been looking to see if you can find an ugly picture of Jesus. I want to know, that you know Jesus' last name?
I didn't say an ugly picture of Jesus. I said an ugly picture of the YouTuber whose name is Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
You could be confusing sometimes.
Hell yeah, that shit is confusing.
You just said you tried to look for a picture to see if Jesus was ugly.
I did. I was trying to see if her face is blessed. That's what I was trying to see. Her page ain't blessed. I tell you that much. She ain't got no fucking viewers neither. She quit.
Damn.
She done with Chosen, huh? I don't give a damn if she done with Chosen. That bitch is a hater. That bitch is a hater. She said she just knew. She just knew something was gonna come out about me. Well, let me know when Jesus tell you what's gonna come out about me too. Since you know what's coming out in 2018, you know what happened with Kanika. You know what the hell is coming up with the Illuminati, goddammit, and these cults. Bitch, you next time Jesus tell you something about me, hit me on the motherfucking Facebook Messenger. That's what I need.
Jesus ain't messing.
I hate you saying that damn word.
Jesus is not messing with you. Leave Jesus alone.
Fuck
Jesus is not messing with you. Leave Jesus alone.
Fuck her.
Disclaimer. We gotta do the disclaimer.
The views expressed in this YouTube video are not necessarily the views of YouTube nor its affiliates. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now, don't you got some news about Sheena?
Goddamn self. Know something about your goddamn
self. Listen, I was trying to.
Bitch, learn about.
I was trying to find out about something else. I was trying to find out what's up with. It was a message, some news about Sheena. You was just listening to. What's up with Sheena?
Praise report. Okay, so according to Sheena, which I do believe, she said mom is doing well, the girls are doing well, and they are not going directly to their father. There is going to be full investigations played out, and they are going to go through the custody hearing the way a custody hearing is supposed to be held. And that's exactly what we were saying needed to happen, that there needed to be an investigation, that the way that the system handled it was definitely faulty. You can't just put the petition in, get one denied, come back the next day, and custody is awarded. That's usually not the way that custody hearings go. So they need to look at both parents and look at what's going on. Sheena has picked her side. Ain't nobody mad at her. We believe she's done her investigations as much as she needs to, and she trusts her team. I'm not upset about that, but the girls are well taken care of. Sheena says she don't need no fries. Do not called the state of Georgia harassing them because they are on the side of the girls. The DCFS, DCFS has the girls, and they are on the girls' side. They are working with them, and they are doing the very best they can to make the girls comfortable. And they have nothing but good things to say about the mother's family.
So that's what I'm saying. So the mother's still locked up.
As of right now, it's the weekend. You know, you don't get to go to your bond hearing and none of that till Monday when you get locked up on Friday. You know how they go.
Okay, I watched this. I don't know. Maybe, you know, they got it out right then and there. Like, you know, you can get that bail and get up out of there quick. You know, maybe she got warrants or something.
They didn't have that situation available to them at this time. But you know, all this happens by procedure. This is the procedure that you have to go through and the steps that they got to take, and they are aware of that, and that's how it's supposed to go. She got protesters on demand, and if you want to do anything and you want to donate, and you want to help, y'all know y'all can go to the Choose Yes initiative, chooseyes.org. They just check it out and see what she has. It's up to you to decide. We have nothing but free thinkers. Ain't no followers over here. We don't send nobody to do nothing. People have the option to take care of their own mind and make their own decisions, y'all, more than capable. So, you know, the girls are fine. Most important is that the girls are fine. They have their cell phones. The girls are in constant contact with Sheena. They were blessed with it. They weren't even supposed to have a visitation. And Sheena was able to go from being able to drop some stuff off to the girls being able to visit with their aunt for like 4 hours. So they had a blessing today. Today is the praise report. The girls are comfortable. They feel secure. They know that they have a team behind them, and the girls are confident in the way that the things are going to go. And that's what's important to me, is that the girls know that they are safe and that they're going to be in safety.
So what I'm going to say, what I'm going to say was, did you hear Pimp and J Road talking about what's that beginner activist or something like that? Was he trying to send a blow to Sheena? Was he trying to send a subliminal message to Sheena, you think?
He was being shady. He was being awfully shady. He was giving off all kinds of shade treatment. It's definitely summertime in Pimp and J world while he's sitting in hell hot as fuck looking for some shade. He was throwing out shade while he was looking for shade.
So Pimp and J right now, he's not getting on YouTube or Facebook Live no more. What he's doing is typing shit on Twitter, you know, and sending out little shots like a little bitch now. That's what he's doing, right? That's what he's resorting to, right? Throwing the rocks and hiding his hands like a little bitch. Why don't you go ahead and say some names and stop sending subliminal messages? Be a man like, for once.
You talking about experience when you done abandoned 3 out of the 4 last cases that you done had and started shit that you ain't finished in the last 4 months.
Speaking of starting shit he ain't finished, did you see Pimp and J in a little interview talking about mental health?
I didn't want y'all know I don't watch. He don't get my time. I got.
No, he was just on MSNBC talking about mental health and shit like that. Now I heard the subliminal messages up in there after the suicide, man. 3 days after you was at the Donald Trump thing, jumping on stage, you committing suicide, and then you said you happened to talk to somebody. Who did you talk to, nigga? A psychiatrist? Somebody. So you mean Pimp and J, your ass was in the nut house, in the crazy house, talking to psychiatrists this year too? Nigga, this is like a movie. No wonder you so fucked up in the head. You need your medication. Pimp J, he need his medication. That's why he be having all them mood swings, emotional shit.
This man is Xanax.
Pimp and J is really mentally challenged. That you got to read the subliminal messages in that shit, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, Anisha, he's kind of, hold on. Let me see. Do I got it? You got to read the last part of it. Pimp and J is really like mentally challenged, and that's I kind of understand Pimp and J more now too, because I didn't know you was like that, Pimp and J. Now I kind of understand a little bit more how you act. Hold on, let me. The last part is talk about mental health. Jay. Here you go. The last part is the interview.
To the side of where land ends, and I sat there contemplating taking my life and driving into that lake. I had my foot on the brake, the car in drive,
Put on the brake.
My intent was to shoot and be in that.
You're a motherfucker lie.
And the police came. Police came.
Wait, hold on. Fast forward a little bit. My
that was your intent without bullets.
I have them.
Oh, everything that I was dealing with at that moment.
Hold on, here you go.
And I thought either I'm going to kill myself or they're going to kill me. So it really, really intensified everything that I was dealing with at that moment.
Woo, everything.
There's a lot of mental illness that is going unaddressed in our community because it's taboo. We don't talk about it. And I've had my own stint that I'm glad I went through because now I recognize it's okay to get help. And there's so many
people
that I was classified as ticking time bombs because they don't know it's okay.
Why'd you talk about itself?
Someone to talk to. The poverty line. You're seeing dead bodies throughout your entire summer. Your family members are being killed. Your government is not responding to your needs. It is okay to say, I need help. People that have money.
That nigga need help. I need to help Pimpin' J.
We need help, but we idiots.
We need to help Pimpin' J, right? Pimpin' J is really mentally challenged. You know, he's really, that's what that big ass head come from. I didn't know. I should have looked at the head and saw it. Like I should have saw all that forehead with him and the Tory guy and should have saw it. That's my fault for not understanding that all y'all got mental health issues. You know, and y'all need y'all medication.
All the pain is in the forehead.
All the pain is in y'all forehead. I'm sorry, Pimpin' J. I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that.
The more pain they got. We should be
because then you tell me
nowadays for pain.
Did you tell me he came to school on a little short bus? When he came to school, he came to school on a short yellow bus.
No, he fooled us too in high school. He fooled us about everything except sexuality.
So he was normal. Okay, so he was normal with everything but his sexuality. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Look, look.
I didn't like that. I told y'all I didn't know him like that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I hope Pimpin' J is watching this part right here because I'm finna holler at this boy Donald Scott. Matter of fact, I want to ask him about this dude Troy Perkins. I need to find out about this dude Troy Perkins. I wonder if my nigga Donald know this dude because Troy Perkins talk a lot of shit.
Don't he talk a lot of shit?
He talk a lot of shit.
He talk.
Troy, you must be gay. You protect more.
Brian in Boys Town. He talk a lot of shit like a little bitch too.
Actually, protect Pimpin' J more than the women.
He worse than goddamn Jamie and Jen.
With this shit, I need to holler at Donald Scott and see what the fuck is you are. Is you like a really a pervert? I think Troy Perkins is that light-skinned dude. What was that light-skinned dude? Smokey Robinson name. His name was Troy Perkins. Jed, you saw me, Jed. That Troy Perkins, Jed. I was right there, Jed. That one. You
talk about Naked James. You know what Troy might be, Naked James. Troy might be Naked James.
Come on, Jed. You saw me, Jed. Come on, man. I was right there, Jed. You could have liked me. You could have said something. Come on, Jed. But we're gonna get into two interviews. We also got a interview with my boy Javante. You know, that's Miranda. The Miranda ain't got no rights, baby daddy. Ooh, and that's Jackson, daddy, the real daddy. And he got some information. He got some bombshells to drop. For all you motherfuckers been hating and having his name in his mouth and some shit like that, he got some things to say. You want to get some things off his chest.
And some things to say. He got all the answers, Sway.
If it's any trolls up in here, we know Pimpin' J is watching. You know what I'm saying? Or some of his trolls on here, you might want to tell them to come on in and hear what this dude Donald Scott has to say because he's gonna be dropping bombs. Bam! He said he got some shit to say and he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck. This is the first time I interviewed a fuck. He don't give two fucks.
Not several fucks.
Not three fucks. Not four fucks.
No.
Not a nail fuck.
Not a nail.
Matter of fact. Let me try to get him in right now. Talk to the people while I try to get him in right now.
Yeah, so we can go ahead and get our guest in and talk to y'all tonight and hit that notification bell. Make sure you tap it twice so that you can get all of the notifications when you're coming in. Make sure that y'all go and like and subscribe to his other pages. comedian Black Rosebud and Lionel Harris, for those of y'all that like his commentary videos, those do still go up. You feel me? It is Sexy Robe Saturday, and I feel goddammit good, despite the goddammit trolls that's out here in these streets. These motherfucking haters. Fuck them. Include Troy. Y'all know he said I look like a man in the face. He ain't got no picture up, so I'm assuming he look like a bitch in the face. Because he sure got bitch emotions. He act like a bitch in the heart.
He called all in his emojis. He be called all in his emojis. He be saying the words. That old living in, he said I live in a funeral home. That old funeral home parlor stand nigga. And that old man bitch. I don't like them niggas.
He called me a madam and said I got so many baby daddies. I got the same amount of baby daddies as Ottawee's motherfucking cook. I done told y'all stop speaking about me when y'all don't want me to talk about y'all fucking precious ass priestess of the fucking cult. When that bitch probably got more motherfucking baby daddies than me. Pippin J got 3 motherfucking last names. Coleman, Cook, Brown. I don't know who the fuck his damn daddy is. So don't bring my baby daddies up unless y'all ready to talk about the Thunderbird. You heard?
Look at this. We got the realest ex-freedom fighter I saw ever online right now. This nigga is the ungayest freedom fighter that I ever saw. I want to give you that, Donald Scott. You are the first freedom fighter that I saw that didn't look gay.
Yeah.
Freedom fighter, man. You are the first ex-freedom fighter like a real nigga.
They won't play them type of games in Florida, man.
You left. Now, I want to start off by saying, how did you come in contact with the freedom fighters?
Okay, so check this out. You know, when Kanika got killed, everybody in Duval County was trying to solve the case. I wasn't on it yet, but when I jumped on it, Jed was the first person I seen, Jed and Lamont. So what intrigued me about the whole thing was a bunch of black people together. They was out there in droves, bunch of black people together trying to change the world. Okay, cool. I'm down for that because I'm already doing that anyway, where I come from. So, of course, they made the little freedom fighters bull crap, which was cool. They had a presidential debate. And I voted for Sheena Gang. I'm just gonna be real. I didn't vote for Jay.
So you was in the freedom fighters?
Listen, they voted, and it was Jed Ideal, and his bitch ass lost, and he got mad. So now, mind you, everybody forming their own little shit in their own little state. So me and a few of my homegirls that I met through the freedom fighter thing, we was trying to do the little Florida chat. But although we had the Florida chat, we had a personal chat with about 5 or 6 of us that was really paying attention to shit. When it came down to them asking for money, just dumb shit. So we talking like we ain't getting no money to no grown ass man. That was
so
number one.
So you never gave him $1.
We wasn't donating no money to no grown ass man.
Good nigga.
Point good. Blank, okay, that's what we talk. That oh God, they got brains.
So listen. I'm gonna call their name eventually because they done gave me the okay. But I had some real pit bulls that wasn't about that shit, like for real, for real. So okay, what happened? Okay, so we did the little Florida thing. So we start weeding out. You know, he was like, get rid of the trolls, whatever. So we done weeded out the trolls. He come back to me and asked me to let them back in the group. So in the group chat he had with me and the other supposed leaders, he was like, oh yeah, she paying for my flight down there. Bitch ass nigga, that's why you told us to let her back in the group. We already, so now we done peaked it. So now we done peaked. Wait a minute.
He told you to let somebody back in the group just so they can pay for the flight?
She said she was paying for the flight, and God is my witness. And right then, we in our other chat, because you know you can chat and talk on a little shit at the same time. We like, oh, fuck no, we through this. So we done went slap off. Like when I tell you slap off, I done called him a bitch the whole 9 yards. I was like, fuck him. So
but did he try to send the females your way?
So listen, he tried to recruit the girls back in the freedom fighters. Well, we all loyal to each other, so it was either all or nothing. So that's when I made that post that you read. I'm like, well, bro, you got my phone number. You done called me. Why the fuck you sending these hoes to come do your dirty work? That's what you do.
Exactly.
And then I'm looking at profile pictures. You sending white bitches. You ain't even, dog, you ain't even got the heart to send no real motherfucker. I bet they ain't got no Florida date because I done already told him when I see him, he better know how to fight. He think what that shit happened in Atlanta was real. I don't see Jed at all. and he know it. He get on the live, he went back and forth with Sheena. He put that girl address on that motherfucking internet. He ain't said one word to nobody about Donald Scott. Y'all ain't heard shit about Donald Scott, but what y'all read on my post.
Can I ask you a question? Was you ever inside the organization? Was you ever a freedom fighter?
Yeah, I wanted to be a freedom fighter because I wanted the cause. I told his ass that on the phone. I say, Jed, I'm not here for you. I'm not here to pad your pockets. I'm here for the cause that you got going on. But see, what happens is he'll surround himself with simple-minded people that's just gonna kiss his ass. They call him our president. Bitch, you don't even know y'all. You can't call this man and ask him for damn dollar out the Freedom Fund. The fuck y'all mean? All y'all put on y'all pages, justice for Samaje, justice for this motherfucker, justice for what have y'all done? Other than when out there, and I think they got paid off. That's why they left Rosemont by Kanika. I don't care what nobody say. The shit just didn't seem right to me.
I think they got paid off too.
I know that he told people in Texas out of his own mouth that he got paid off. That's where the number 26,000 came from, because that's what came out of his mouth to other people.
But look, let me show y'all the flaw shit now. You tell everybody in the Freedom Fighters if they affiliated. Now he got trolls in everybody group. If you affiliated with Sheena Gang, then you can't be a freedom fighter, which is cool. But then Lamont did it. Bitch, you couldn't even check Lamont. Your soft ass couldn't even check Lamont and tell Lamont, well, since you affiliated with Sheena, you can't. No, you ain't gonna do that. You know Lamont's who to try.
Like 6'8". Lamont put the paws on Jed ass.
My point. But listen, I stayed even after the nigga say he like boys. When he say he like boy pussy, that really did me some that fuck with me, because I can't. How you call yourself a man of God but you like boys?
Hey, wait a minute. So you don't think Jed fucking nobody in the no females in the organization? You don't think?
I don't know personally, but the way they flock to him and get their money, because I made it into the organization chat group for a while. Oh, they giving up some money. The nigga was on live talking about he finna get evicted, he finna lose his house, he finna do all that, and miraculously, after Sheena turned over the Freedom Fund, you ain't getting evicted no more. And the Torah, I know you got some trolls listening, baby. These ain't the problems you want. Focus on getting your motherfucking child and stop abusing that goddamn baby and stop worrying about us. Because we don't give a fuck about you. We don't give a fuck about you.
Notorious shooting shots too?
They tried to infiltrate the group, the Florida group we had. No, y'all build that shit again. We put our heart, sweat, and tears in that shit. And the people that was with me, they was really about that. They heart was in the right place. And the way he tried us like that, man, I don't give a fuck where I see him. I can see him in church. The nigga Paul's better work. And that's on God.
Hey, you got a long nigga who want to try them freedom paws, my nigga. Have you ever tried to convince you to do something like?
They had a meet and greet date in Florida. They still ain't got one. And trust me, I got my trolls on point. I'm just waiting on that date. Orlando ain't but 2 hours. Miami ain't but 6. Nigga, I don't see you. You ain't gonna try us like you tried Cali. It ain't gonna happen.
No, nigga. Hey, wait a minute, nigga. I went down to the mayor's office, nigga. He didn't try Cali, nigga. I went down to the mayor's office, and the nigga was at City Hall, nigga. He can't come to California with that
shit.
Wait, LA, nigga.
Wait, let me trip you out too. Now the nigga want to play police game. Hey, now he want to play police game. Now he want to tell his freedom fighter to go file police reports. Bitch, y'all the biggest gang in here. Y'all the biggest bullies online.
Hey.
Y'all supposed to be about changing the world, but y'all steady arguing, going back and forth, trying to make people see, man, come on, bro. Y'all organization is not about love and peace and all that, because y'all stay in drama. And I don't delete them. I ain't never delete now one of them. They still on my post. I want them to stay there.
Have you ever tried to convince you to hate on somebody? Like, hey, we not really fucking with these dudes right here. Can you really call the police on this nigga right here? Have you ever tried to get
we don't play them type of games, man. For real. We don't even play like that.
So who was you said your homegirls? You said your homegirls that you was gonna start an organization with. They still fuck with you?
Oh yeah, we cool. We going on a cruise in a couple months. Listen, we chat every day. We cool. And the people that left with us, we all in the same. We got our little chat. We talk every day. We just don't fuck with them. Real recognize real, and they fraud. Y'all listen. So first of all, the chick that came at me. This is the type of people he surround himself with. The first chick came at me, say she worked 2 jobs. She got 5 kids and got a whole motherfucking husband at the house. Y'all do the math and tell me what y'all get from that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I got all day.
Wait a minute. Can you repeat that one more time? She got 5 kids. She worked 2 jobs. She got
5 kids. She worked 2 jobs and got a whole motherfucking husband at home. Y'all do the math.
She got time to call and harass you about Jedediah motherfucking Brown?
And ain't getting paid. And I wish I could find the post. I really wish I could find it. Cause boy, the people that used to be in the little Florida chat with me.
Look, Donald.
Then we got one named Monica. She infiltrated the Florida group. Cussed Jed ass out from A to Z. We still got the text message. But flew her ass up, I think, to the Detroit meet and greet, taking pictures with him. Who does that? Y'all do all that to meet a mere man. Who is he? What has he done? Tell me.
So you got a homegirl that infiltrated your group and with the Pimp and J group?
Ain't my homegirl. We were just trying to be nice to her. We sent flowers up there when her daddy died, but she lied to us. And we, you don't got that, all because they want to meet Jed, the celebrity. That nigga ain't no celebrity. He's just a regular nigga off the street.
Wait a minute. He was a homeless nigga 4 months ago. They couldn't pay rent. And now females are infiltrating your group just to meet this nigga like he Jesus?
And guess what? We don't even care. We living good. All the people that I still fuck with, we living good. We ain't worried about it. We still doing it in our community. We do what we do. But we thought it would be a good idea to join an organization that we felt like was going to do something positive. But what have they done positive? You the president. Listen, you the so-called president, but every time you going back and forth with a female. Sheena, you was going back and forth with Sheena. Even put the girl address on social media. But you want to dress a man. You're not going to do that. And you still got my number, Jed, because I know they calling and telling you still got my number. You can call me, bro. We can set it up. We can do a celebrity boxing match. However you want to do it, I will whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Hey, that little motherfucker ain't going to set up no boxing match. That nigga ain't going to set up no boxing. I offered to set up a boxing match with any of them, and they can have all the money. Three of them in one.
On my kids. I did not know they was in ATL the other week looking for T.I. I've told them time and time again, my sister stay in ATL and I'm there freaking. All he had to do was say the word. I'd have drove them 6 hours because I'm not scared of you, Jed. I'm not one of them people that's scared of you. We don't kiss ass. We not kissing your ass. And whenever you ready, I ain't hard to find.
Wait a minute, Jed got them goons. He'll come up. If you in a laundromat, you better not go wash it because Jed come with them goons and surprise your ass in the laundromat like
again. Did y'all see the video he just did with the store clerk? See, Jed is smart. He take his little camera. He just did a live. I want to say it might have been last night, but he take his little camera and he try and use it for footage. Without that camera, Jed ain't shit, man. He do all that talking and bullying, but he really ain't shit, bro. And he did that video last night. He's gonna kill himself. Real people that's gonna kill themselves. Point blank, period. They ain't finna tell nobody. I know people that done jumped off the bridge here in Jacksonville. I know people that done shot themselves in the head. If they gonna kill themselves, all that talking, they ain't finna do all that. That's a publicity stunt, man.
I ain't never heard a nigga commit suicide talk about it. I ain't never heard him talk about it. Attempted suicide. You can't attempt a suicide, man. That either you do it or you don't do it.
I mean,
but if y'all gonna ask y'all questions, I know y'all got some questions, man. Go ahead and ask
usually people come and find you on your way to death. An attempted suicide is usually when you slice your wrist and somebody catch you before the rest of your blood came out.
Hey, Nisha.
You don't attempt suicide with a gun.
Go ahead and ask your questions. I answer all your questions.
We finna ask YouTube, do they got any questions to ask him right quick about the freedom fighters? Y'all have any questions to ask Donald while he's on here? You just got on here?
My question is what I have a question. While their questions are rolling in, at what point was enough for you? Like, what was the final straw for you where you said, you know what, we're gonna have to walk away?
When like I said, we had made a meet and greet date. We were planning on going to Universal Studios. We had the group thumping. We got it going. The moment he told us to add them people back in, it went nothing but chaos. Like when I tell you chaos, and I'm just like, fuck all y'all. Because I was even willing to join the Atlanta group just to stay away from the foolishness in the Florida group. Because again, I got people there. But he came in, he went in the, like I said, I was in the organization chat. He went in the organization chat and say all participation with Florida is canceled. And they deleted everybody. So I inboxed him back. I said, well, damn, nigga, that was a coward move. So we went back and forth. I said, bro, I'm not finna argue with you. And let me see. Hold on, let me get off this.
So you had a personal conversation with him after that?
Let me find the messages. Hold on. Because I think I still got them. I know I ain't delete them. Hold on.
Crazy. Nigga Jay, this nigga crazy. I know he was surrounding himself around a gang of little motherfucking desperate ass, lonely ass, low self-esteem ass people. Hey. You don't think people recognize that shit? People with any kind of sense or any kind of self-esteem, get the fuck up out of there.
I ain't never threatened nobody and I never will, but tell him to look up Duval County. He thinks Chirac on the map. Tell him to look up Duval. That's all he got to do.
That nigga always throw that shit out there. You always throw that shit. I'm from Chicago, the third leader. You see murders like nigga murders don't just happen in Chicago. They happen everywhere. I saw Florida on the first 48. They get down too.
Okay, hold on.
I saw Florida.
I have a question. The question is, would you agree? I am not asking that, St. Flemings.
No, ask the question. I would have seen it anyway. You can ask it.
Oh, do you know why Lamont left the group?
Well, because again, I was in the other chat. They say Lamont just got tired of the foolishness that he was dealing with. He said when he was up, from what I heard, he said when he was on his own, he didn't deal with half the shit he had to deal with as a freedom fighter. So he just moved on. So
Lamont actually left the group, you think? You think Lamont actually left the group or with him?
You want my personal opinion?
Yeah,
your personal.
I think it's all money. I think it's all money, and I think it's all separated money, if you ask me. Because even after he left the group, he put up something about he lost his wallet. Can people PayPal him some money? And they let him have it. I just looked at it. I was laughing like, how do you get on social media as a man and ask for money? Like, I got a nonprofit. Listen, I got a nonprofit organization called Hook the Future. I take kids fishing, teach them the art of fishing, teach them life lessons. I do ask for donations, but I don't ask for money. And if you go read my post I just posted the other day, I will not take money. What I ask for is fishing poles, fishing equipment, whatever they need to do it. Any child that receives a fishing pole will be required to write a thank you letter because that child is going to keep that fishing pole. I've never taken money from anybody, and I do my own thing.
That's smooth right there. That's smooth. How do if somebody interested, how do they get in touch with you to be a part of that program?
They can inbox me on Facebook because I'm still in the process of trying to get the 5013C. That's one reason I'm not taking nobody money. But if they're in the Florida area, as long as they child well mannered, because I mean, hey, you know, we still
got fishing supplies. You want to donate? You got some fishing poles or fishing supplies? You want to donate? Holla at your boy. You know. Like you said,
I don't take money. We catch big fish. We don't catch no little fish. We catch some real big monsters around here. But hold on. So where we at?
So it's Donald Scott on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So Donald Scott on Facebook. Anybody that's looking to get in touch with him about donations and helping his organization in any way that you can. I like that move. That's a solid move.
I'll tell you how it started. When Sheena left the group, because they keep their trolls on everybody live so they can screenshot what people say. So on the live, when Sheena was talking the next night, I had already told my crew, I was like, man, that video with Jed and Sheena last night was bullshit. I said, who is it?
Wait a minute, that's Javante, nigga, we'll call you back in like 10 minutes. Javante.
That's what you call him, Daddy?
I don't know. Yeah, man, you want to stay on? Javante, you want to stay on?
Jackson, Daddy. He cool. Yeah, he would have been all right.
What about Javante?
But go ahead, Donald.
So they screenshotted my post basically when I was saying I knew the video last night was bullshit because you could cut the tension with a knife. Then he came right back and lied and say Sheena didn't give him the Freedom Fund when she did, and in fact, he admitted to it the next day. So they screenshotted my comment on that. But the last comment they screenshotted was I asked him directly on the live with him and the Torah, why you asking for money when you got a GoFundMe with $40-something thousand on it? They screenshotted that.
God damn.
So he inboxed me. He asked for my number. He said, can he call? I say, yeah. The thing is, though, he wanted to call private. I gave you my number. Why you got to call private?
Call.
Look, yeah, he called everybody private.
That's that female shit.
He called everybody private.
Call right here. Now, I just had a private call at 807 just now.
He called everybody private. He do not give out his number but to his henchmen. So anyway, I can remember most of the message. Anyway, so we got back and forth. He got mad because I called him a bitch. He got mad at the girls in the group because they didn't defend him when I called him a bitch. I say, why they got to defend you? You a whole grown ass man. So anyway, we went back and forth. I was like, look, I ain't finna do this tongue wrestling on no Facebook. I say, I see you in the streets. He say, what does that mean? I say, nigga, you from Chirac, you know what it mean. He was like, yeah, fool, you right. I say, bro, I done been in Chirac for a whole week. I wasn't impressed. So that was the end of the conversation. Next thing I know, he got the little mix, the mixed half-breed girl trying to come after me. And then the Torah came right after that. And see, I don't argue with chicks. So I said what I had to say and I was done with it. As of the freedom part, I don't got nothing to do with him. We gonna do what we do. But he's a whole bitch out here, and he ain't gonna never check a man. He gonna always check them women. He ain't gonna never check no man.
That's right. Before we let you up out of here, we know Pippin J is watching right now. Do you have anything directly to say to this man?
He already know what it is. He already know.
You already know what it is. You're looking out, Donald Scott. We will let you up out of here. We will get into Javon.
Hey, hold on before you go. Hey, y'all better stop following that crooked ass preacher too, man. That man can preach all right in the head.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I keep saying it. He gonna lead them straight to jail or hell. One of the two.
That's it.
Jail or hell.
Jail or motherfucking
y'all keep patting his pockets.
Pass the Pippin
Y'all keep patting his pockets. Because guess what? At the end of the day, it's murders every day in Chicago. I have never heard of Jed before Kanika Jenkins. It's murders all over the world. Y'all got representatives in 50 states and in 21 countries, so y'all say. But we ain't heard nothing from the freedom fighters about none of these deaths that's going on in the country, but these high-profile cases that y'all trying to get on, and people don't want y'all on that on their relatives. Period. So that's it. I'm done.
Good looking out, man. Good looking out, man.
Jacksonville going to the Super Bowl.
Good looking out.
All right, talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
What up, Javon?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Okay, for sure.
Let me get myself situated. What's going on, y'all?
What's up with you? Turning up or something, my nigga? Nigga, you got your beard all lined up, nigga. You got your coat on, nigga. Turning up.
Let me get comfortable for y'all. I'm sorry.
This nigga all lined up, nigga. You got lined up for the show, nigga. The beer game going on.
Yeah,
beer
man.
Game.
It's birthday weekend, man. My auntie's birthday this weekend. My little sis, her birthday this weekend. So I'm all over the place,
turn
man.
Turn up. Happy birthday.
That's first of all, man, how you doing mentally, man?
We being honest. Okay, that's honesty is the best policy. I'm honestly, I'm supposed to say I'm good. I'm all right. Y'all keep me in your prayers, all this other good stuff. But I'm not all right. I mean, there's no way for me to be okay. This is my new norm. I'm just trying to go day by day, like everybody else.
So does it get better with time, or does it get worse with people always constantly throwing things back in your face? Do it get better or do it get worse?
Neither. You just get used to it.
Immune to
it. It's hard in the beginning, real hard, because it feels fresh and it doesn't feel like it's happening. It don't feel like it's you. But over time, it's never going to get better, just because nothing's going to change the fact that your loved one is gone. You know what I'm saying? Every day you're going to be reminded, regardless of how long it's been since they passed. Every day you're still going to be reminded. So it don't get easy. You get used to it. You get stronger. And you just try to learn to live with it.
So the hardest part of this all Well, it has to be because I've been recently experiencing the same thing. It has, but I haven't felt the depth of a loss like you have. But the worst thing has to be the label of being a deadbeat daddy. So, like, why would you think people label you a deadbeat daddy? Or how would you feel about that label?
Honestly, I feel like the worst part of it all is just not having the truth out there because I feel like it's tarnishing my son's legacy. It's tarnishing his memory. We taking focus off of him. You feel what I'm saying? Me being labeled as a deadbeat dad, it doesn't bother me, but I do want to clear that up. It doesn't bother me because I'm used to hearing it so much now that it's kind of like, all right, whatever, because I know the truth. But honestly, I feel like being a deadbeat dad has a lot more to do with the type of person that you are. You know, every person is not rich enough or fortunate enough to always be cashing out hundreds of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that I've been spending thousands of dollars on my son, but hundreds of dollars I have since day one. And that's something that I've always wanted to make clear, not for my own personal gain, but I just wanted to make sure that people understood what it is to be responsible at my age. You know, it's a lot of people in my age group that are really shitty as a parent. You know, and it's like you're not shitty because you're a bad person. You're shitty because you're inexperienced. You know what I'm saying? And it's like nobody's
Absolutely.
there to tell you like right from wrong. And so I just wanted to make sure it's understood. You don't have to be with the person that you have a baby with to be responsible. You can still do your due diligence and be a functioning co-parent. And that's all I wanted to ever try to get people to understand. And it's just kind of like I'm being dragged through the mud, which is okay
Well,
now.
I mean, we tend to forget that the most important thing you can give your kid is your time. So, from pregnancy on through up until the last time you were able to really deal with him as far as the custody and everything is concerned, what would you say your time was like with your son and your time with your family and your son?
Well, I didn't get to spend as much time with him as I liked. Um, I would have loved to have been active in his life more. Not saying that I wasn't at all, but I would have liked to have been able to be there more. Now, I'm not gonna completely say that his mom just didn't want me to see him or anything like that, but it was mainly due to constant excuses, constant this that, and just stuff that's unnecessary. I understand I work a lot, and we have to organize stuff around weekends and stuff, but at the end of the day, we can always try to make time for me to spend time with him. You know what I'm saying? And she just was not for it.
So do you feel like she kind of beat around the bush with it? She didn't really want to tell you she couldn't come and get him, so she kind of played games with you a lot and really just made it to where at the end of the day you really didn't get him.
What she, from my point of view, and I can't say this is fact or fiction or whatever, but from my point of view, I feel as though uh, she would rather be uh, a victim than to be an actual parent. You know, she
Would rather play the
she
single mother role. The game's more
right.
sympathy. She
Yeah,
wanted to make
exactly.
herself a single mother. So it's like the help was available to her and she just didn't take advantage of the assistance that was available to her. So
Exactly.
with that being, so that's not something that would make you hate her or anything. That, out of everything that's gone on, do you hate her at all?
Hell no. I listen from the rip. I never liked her personality. She's like, her personality is just shitty. If we're going to be completely honest, her personality is really shitty. When you really get down to the basis of it, when you look at all the underlining smart ass remarks and like the little cut downs that she likes to throw, or like she belittles people and try to like stunt and try to be the center, but also say that, oh no, I don't want to be the center of attention, but you blatantly isolate yourself so that people will feel sympathetic and come over to you. And then when they come over to you, you're the life of the party. It's that's not how you are. You either that person that's sit in a corner, isolated, chill. I'm good. I just want to be at my house chilling. Or you're a person that interact. And she played both roles. And it was kind of like, okay, what is that doing for our son? How is that benefiting him?
Do you believe she was a good mother? I heard she was smoking like 7 packs of cigarettes a day or something like that when she was pregnant.
She not 7 packs of cigarettes a day. It was more like 2 packs of cigarettes or a pack and a half of cigarettes a day. I did talk to her about
during the pregnancy.
During the pregnancy, and I did talk to her about it. And at the end of the day, I feel like a baby is a partnership no matter what. And I can't make you stop smoking cigarettes.
So when did shit go bad with you and Miranda? Like when did things like
shit went horribly left from the beginning.
From the gate?
From the gate. Like we had a one night stand. After she told me she was pregnant, I felt as though that, after our interaction, after like we actually had the one night stand and our interaction afterwards, that kind of turned me off from her personality completely. So when she told me she was pregnant, at that moment I had made up in my mind, all right, I'm a man. I need to stand on my own 2 feet and do what I need to do. That don't mean that I'm about to get into a relationship with somebody that I absolutely cannot stand. That is the stupidest shit I have ever heard in my life. People that do that are dumb as hell. I will never do that because you're lying not only to myself, I'm lying to her, and I'm lying to my child.
Hey, so you just like me. So I never was with my baby mother either, and I never really liked her off the bat. So you on that, you don't need to be with nobody to actually take care of your kid. So y'all never rekindle any kind of relationship? I think he went off. Hello?
You there, Jerron?
I think he kind of paused, right? Huh?
Uh-oh.
Anisha, I think he his phone kind of went off probably. That shit was getting deep.
It looked like the camera and everything was just out.
And some of the deepest shit he said was nobody taught him how to be a father, and it wasn't the fact that he was a deadbeat father, it was the fact that he was an inexperienced father.
But he was trying. He definitely was trying. I did get that. He said he was trying to be responsible as he could be. And that was even with him not being in a relationship with the mom.
Yeah, and it's hard, like when your baby mother play one role of social media and that's not her, but she behind closed doors and it's a total opposite person, and then like she gets sympathy mainly because she's a woman, and people automatically give sympathy and empathy to a woman because let's be honest, most of the times it's true. Like probably 90% of the time it's true, but that probably that 10% of the time is not true. It's an extreme not true. It's like, oh, he's back on? That's an extreme fucking not true. I think he...
Durante?
I saw his picture come back on. But yeah, but even in this man's case, right? This man is only 25 years old, and he's handling the death of his baby, like a mature older man. You got to give him love for that. He's speaking the right things. He's telling the truth about his emotion, how he feel. And I got to be the same thing Jackson, Samaje father is going through. His name, Man, or something like that. He has to be going through the same thing. People calling him a deadbeat daddy, and he hasn't got a chance to even be a father yet because of inexperiences or things that happened in his past that don't allow him to be a father, and that got to be a fucked up experience, you know. And I want to, when he come back, if he come back, I want to get into a little conversation about the freedom fighters and the things treated his family and things like that. If he come back, I want to ask him about that, because they should have, the freedom fighters should have reached out to both of them, you know, and instead of just reaching out to one of them. And I want to get to some other stuff on some behind the scene things he knew about the freedom fighters that they were trying to take credit for. So, Anisha, I don't mean to bring you up in this, but how did you? Because y'all kind of got something in common. So, words about what would be some of the things you would say to encourage him, having experienced a loss yourself for a period of time? How you explain how you making
time with time you are able to cope with things a little bit easier. But everything is like he said in the beginning, but the beginning could be 2 years. You know what I'm saying? The beginning could be 3 years. You know, that type of pain and grief is unnatural. It is unnatural to bury your child. Your 3 hardest deaths you ever gonna have to deal with in your life is your parent or the person you consider your parent, your child, and your spouse. So to have to go through tumultuous pregnancy, you know, difficulties while the child is alive, and then have to deal with the grief of their death is difficult. It's extremely difficult, but you do begin to cope with it better as time goes on. And it's not necessarily a numbing feeling. You just force yourself to move forward, but it's not that it doesn't hurt. And that's kind of what numb is to me, is when it just doesn't hurt anymore. And you never, ever get to a point where it doesn't hurt anymore, because that's your child. That's your kid.
Yeah. And that's crazy.
Things, especially because he has a good support system. I would encourage him to make use of his support system, but I always encourage anybody that's going through losing a child to seek grief counseling, because that is not a pain you can deal with by yourself. It's really not, and you're not meant to deal with it by yourself. That's one of those things where it's a thin line. And you never know what side of the line you're gonna be on when you wake up. You don't get to just pick a side and stay there. That emotional connection and that type of grief makes you unstable in some sense. It's almost like postpartum depression.
Can I ask you a personal question? Did you ever have a support system there for you when you lost your child? Was it a strong support system to help you get over there, or was they there, or you feel they just didn't understand, but they was there, but they didn't just understand because it was something they probably couldn't understand, so they couldn't really understand what you was going through, but they was there?
Well, to be honest with you, my family expressed that they did not understand, because there's a difference between a miscarriage, a stillbirth, you know, having a baby. Like, these are different situations. So I am the first person in my family to have lost a baby. We've had losses to gun violence. We've had miscarriages in the family, but never, fully healthy and growing, thriving child on either side of the family. But I had an extremely strong support system. Like I said, my family beat me to my house. People came from downtown, left their jobs. My aunts left their jobs. My father left his job. My stepmother left her job. Everybody left where they were standing to come and be with me. My block was full. There was nowhere to park. I had a very strong support system to have my back. And they stood by my side for days and weeks and weeks on end. Like, they came.
Are you getting emotional? We gotta stop this. Are we getting emotional?
I'm good.
You good? I don't want you to get emotional.
I'm good.
Okay.
They brought food. You know, they helped me with the kids. They didn't ask too many questions to where where it felt like I was bombarded. They literally were supportive. People were there to make me laugh and to try to make me smile. And of course, you feel like nobody understands you, But I can guarantee you that I would not have made it without that support. I wouldn't have made it to the funeral without having those people by my side to tell me that we with you through this and we love you. And I can still call on them today if I was feeling down and saying I miss my baby, and they would be right there supporting me. And it makes all the difference in the world.
That's crazy. Like, and the thing about it, right? Like he was saying, like, because like I said, it's two sides to every story, and you really need to know the other side of the story until you come up with your own opinion. And just because we all know some ratchet ass women out there. I know it's some ratchet ass women. I had a joke about, like, and this is actually true with a lot of men, right? You go to a female house and you know the female ratchet. She ratchet as fuck. You know all kind of niggas having sex with her and things like that. But you have an attachment to her kid for some reason. Little nigga probably got braids. He come up to you and shake your hand. And he reminds you of you in some type of way. The mother is fucked up, but it's hope for the kid. So you get kind of attached to the kid. So it's called like adopted thought. So you be like, damn. You start calling.
Is that Durante? Is he coming back?
Desi, somebody tried to not. I think Desi. Somebody tried to call me. I don't know how to work this messenger thing. Hold on, so who tried to call me? I thought somebody. Desi tried to call me. Desi, you tried to call me? Huh? No, Desi wasn't trying to call me.
That's all the support in the live chat right now. I love y'all to death. And this is 3 years in, and it doesn't become easier. It depends. I guess it depends on the situation. You have times when it's okay to talk about it because you definitely want to leave. I want to leave my child a legacy as well. I'm living my life, and I am attempting to do what's right with what's inside of me, and I'm following my heart, and I'm putting my name on the line, and I'm putting my children on the line and my situation on the line, and I'm exposing myself every single day in vulnerability to leave my child a legacy. So I understand the Reed family when they say they just want to leave a positive legacy for their child. And I want to leave a positive legacy for mine as well.
I think Desi trying to send. Desi, you trying to get on? Are you trying to get on? You got to send me your email through. She got to send me her email through email. I don't know how to do the.
Desi said she sent the message. She said she sent the message.
She asked, "What did I miss?" Her message saying, "What did I miss?" That's the only message I got is, "What did I miss?" Unless she does some stuff on Messenger.
Yeah, that's all she said.
No, I don't see her. Don't see it. Anyway, right? I gotta ask you a question, right? How does? Let me call Javante, see what happened to his phone. The Pimmons, they cut off his. The Illuminati cut off his phone.
Okay.
The Illuminati cut off his phone.
Yeah, too blessed. That's something, and that's what that's something that's difficult for him to deal with. And these holidays are never easy to deal with. So, grieving mother, any grieving parent out there, if we friends on Facebook, my best friend, a year, so crazy. So my best friend in the whole wide world right now is actually the cousin of my youngest 2 children. And exactly 1 year and a couple of days after my child passed away, her son passed away. He was murdered. And so I had that's what this tattoo is here with my angel wing here. I have angel wings on my back, and then I have this angel wing here for my baby. And she knows she can call on me at any time, and I can call on her at any time if I'm feeling down and I can't take it. And birthdays, we are especially conscious of trying to make sure we call each other and support each other, and we are part of a family that a lot of people don't want to be a part of, but we're here. So I extend my love and my inbox to any grieving parent at any time of need. If you need somebody to talk to and you are feeling down, that depression is real. And I'm here. I'm here. And anybody that I've talked to and anybody that I've helped can tell you that. Tamika can tell you that. Like, anybody can tell you that. Like, I'm here. I may not answer right away, but I always come back through and I answer. And we have to stick together because that support system is everything. It is everything. I wouldn't be smiling and laughing and joking with y'all if it wasn't for my support system. If it wasn't for me getting grief counseling and getting help. My therapist died while I was getting grief counseling, but I'm working on that. I have the coping skills he gave me, and that's what's important. Hello.
I don't have any reason to be on here. I was just trying to figure out what the hell I missed.
You don't get to come in the middle of the show and ask for a recap because you wasn't here. That ain't how this go. You're going to have to catch up when the show over. Wait a minute. You late and you want to stop the show to catch you up, Desi? How that work?
Early. Y'all started earlier than when I expected. Y'all supposed to start at 12 o'clock, and y'all started.
We actually was late. We normally start about 12 minutes before what time we started today. We was a little bit late today.
Well, anyways, you still has a problem telling us when Black's going live because I get notification when the live's over.
Look, this is what I was just gonna say. It's a French fry conspiracy because it's a bunch of y'all not getting y'all notification.
Well,
that's
I got
crazy.
Attitude.
Sometimes you just gotta like these motherfuckers.
I get it on my second phone, but sometimes I won't get it on this phone.
I get them late on both phones. Yeah, I will too.
They hating.
He probably because he was talking about Lewis or somebody. They got him. They got you.
I heard they got Lewis.
They got him and the banana.
You done got the chosen clown and he got you.
Yeah.
I heard they got him.
They got him. Banana and all. I wonder if they got the ripped t-shirt too. Did they take the necklace scarf? Desi, do you think they took the necklace scarf? I think it's evidence.
No. Evidence of what? They should have took the romper, the scarf. They should have took everything. She had no business with none of that.
I bet you he picked that shit out too. He looked like the type of nigga try to dress his woman. I heard he was controlling too. He probably picked out the ugly ass shit. You gonna wet, baby. I swear to God, you gonna be the roast. You gonna be the roast in church today.
He'd be at the restaurant and be like, I'll take a steak and my girl, she'll have a salad and a water.
A water, a Cuba, and a necklace scarf. You gonna be the roast first today.
He'd be at the restaurant.
Angelique, you gotta turn down your you gotta turn your volume down.
Water. Hey, somebody's
you gonna be the roast first today.
Wait a minute,
she's doing too much. He's about to mute you.
How you gonna touch? Oh, there you go. Hold on. Unmute yourself. Tell her she gotta unmute herself. There you go. Are you on? Forever True. You gotta unmute yourself. You gotta unmute yourself.
There you go.
Unmute yourself.
Hey, Forever True.
Tell her unmute herself.
She is unmuted.
Tell her to say something.
I got the
tea. Down to the bottom of my glass. Y'all got me being emotional and stuff. I'm not no punk bitch. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not no punk bitch out here in these streets.
The liquor makes you emotional.
We can hear you.
Y'all got me being emotional and stuff. I'm not no punk bitch. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not no punk bitch out here in these streets.
The liquor makes you emotional.
We can hear you.
Y'all got me being emotional and stuff.
I'm not no punk bitch.
Forever True, you gotta turn your volume down. Forever True, you gotta turn your YouTube volume down.
Say what?
Why am I replaying? I feel some type of way now. I feel like YouTube is mocking me.
Can you hear us?
Oh, wait. Now I see.
Did you push unmute?
Wait. Oh, shucks. Okay, now I see. There we go. I got it.
You got it now? Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Forever True. Hey, baby.
Hi, Nene.
She bring me excited ratchet out of me. I be all kinds of excited ratchet. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Oh my goodness.
You be excited ratchet.
Well,
What do you think about the Devontae interview just now?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, what do y'all think about the Devontae interview just now?
I think it was emotional. I came on late, so you know.
Me too.
I've been in here cooking and drinking my palm wine, so I came on late today.
That means I need to refill my cup. Hold on.
Yeah, because I'm getting ready to go refill mine. My bottle gone. My bottle gone. So, that's right. I'll be back.
What the hell is? That's
Look,
fucked
I
up.
gotta put the church finger up. I gotta put the motherboard finger up.
I thought Black said we weren't supposed to get on here asshole naked. Forever True.
Forever True. It is Sexy Robe Saturday. You better go find that sad robe and put it on.
It looks like
It is Sexy Robe Saturday. Not Sexy Shoulders Saturday. You got your
I said the
shoulders
men
out.
can't hop on naked.
I am naked.
I said the men can't hop on naked. What the hell?
We serving shoulders today. Y'all better watch the hell out. These shoulders is for they forever everyone. They give one time. You better tell them.
I'll be sitting up here, honey. If I was naked after I finished drinking this here, honey, I'd be like drinking like.
hey. I got my knockoff Hennessy.
So
I got a question for y'all right quick, right? Don't look at. I got a question, right? We got to knock two of these sayings out, right? Because we got to go with, we're going with the Pimp and J awards of the year, the year rundown. So now we on Pimp and J favorite sayings. We got to knock three of these out, right? So what is Pimp and J's favorite sayings? Literally, what a family looks like. On the record, I'm gonna take 5 questions. Update on the current situation. Shut it down. Or let me tell you what's about to happen. We need to take 3 of them out. Literally, what a family look like on the record. I'm about to take 5 questions. Update on current situations. Shut it down. Or let me tell you what's about to happen.
Let me tell you what's about to happen.
This is what you need to understand.
This is that nigga went to the.
I said that. I told you. He always said, "Let me tell you what's about to happen here." Okay. I'm from Chicago.
Literally, this is aggravated assault. Literally.
Literally. Hold on.
Literally.
You know what I really want to do? I want to remake that Atlanta gay night fight. I want to have the characters and everything and make that Atlanta gay night fight again. I want to, I'm going to be at the club. I want to start with the confrontation all the way down to the night fight.
Can I have the chip on?
Parnell said critical thinking skills. He do always say that people don't have critical thinking skills. Hey, wrench gang, we take wrenches. That don't mean we don't love you just because your wrench is gone. We will take
Pippa J always got receipts.
Your wrench away, please no. We will take your goddamn wrench away. Don't play no games up in here. Don't let that wrench go to y'all goddamn head.
Hey, Desi,
what is all the negativity for?
Jesus? You heard her talking about
negativity?
Jesus? Did you hear? Did you hear her? She was in here talking about Jesus all day.
Who, Nisha?
Yeah, Jesus this, Jesus that. She was talking about Jesus all day.
Nah, Nisha.
Jesus talking shit. Jesus doing this.
Jesus came and Jesus wept. Jesus mistook a skit for real life situations. I ain't never seen Jesus confused. But apparently, as her Lord and Savior, he was confused. The clairvoyance wasn't working today. Today there was she had a slim slow moment last night.
Somebody said people
slim slow last night. Boy, she thought she had the scoop. Ooh, y'all. I knew something. I tell you know what? I knew about that Anisha girl. She always gets something to say. Bitch, I'm on a show. I'm supposed to be quiet. Bitch, what was I supposed to do? Not talk? Yes, I have something to say. Kiss my ass. That's what I have to say. Kiss my ass.
Leave Jesus alone, because I probably asked Jesus for a pussy shot. I probably asked the Lord Jesus.
I believe Jesus is probably telling her to leave him out of shit. Stop throwing my name and shit.
Jesus is
change your goddamn YouTube name, bitch. Stop throwing me in the middle of this shit. I didn't say that.
Jesus did all Pippin and Lamont. Jesus
gonna serve their ass a cease and desist order. They better stop playing.
Even the devil don't fuck with Pimpin' J.
We're gonna ask you, what is your favorite Pimpin' J video?
I think I don't like none of his videos. I like when you be in his videos. I can't listen to that man talk for too long. I really can't answer that question.
You can't answer that question? What about the Donald Trump or the knife fight?
The knife fight would have to be my favorite because he told so many stories. I didn't know what? Wait, you did
suicide? What about the suicide? You don't like the?
That was funny, but suicide's such a heavy topic. It's like that knife fight was just too funny when he said I made a Google account, but I didn't make an iCloud. Come on now. Who's supposed to believe that one?
He said, while I was fighting, I used my superpower to freeze time so that I can get into my car and safely place my phone into the car. And then when I unfreeze time, I forgot that there were other people on the other side of the car. So they magically knew my lock pads to get into my door through some telepathy because they were able to read my mind. Because, God speaks to me and sometimes my message travels because I'm powerful. So what happened was, as he took my phone out of the car using the unlock code that the Lord transferred from my brain to his brain, I got cut.
No, this is what he said.
And then the man, he cut me from the other side of the car because he had my phone. And whoever cut me had my phone. So from the other side of the car, he cut my arm, right? So then I had ran around the car. I had sent the magneto signal to the popo because I had already shook the phone while time was frozen. See, y'all don't know. Y'all don't understand, right? Because I'm motherfucking Pimpin' J in this bitch. I shook the phone a couple times. And then I had, sent the police through my telepathy, and the tech team had told Twitter. So everybody had already knew what was going on because I'm popular and the world is looking for me. So I chased him and I lost the phone, but he had the knife and it ain't no tape of it. But y'all need to take my word for it.
Oh, but he found the phone. He found the phone. He got the phone back.
Yeah, because the phone wasn't never there
somewhere, right? Then he said he found it in the bush.
In the bush.
After the man thanked him
in the burning bush, apparently. It was in the burning bush, Angelique. That's where it was. He found it in the burning bush.
And
then there was Jesus. He found Jesus and the phone in the burning bush on the side of the beauty supply store.
Y'all forgot he went to bed.
After he went to bed. Because the Lord will give you rest. Mm-hmm. The Lord will give you rest when you use all your powers in one night.
You
gotta be careful.
Let that be peace.
Right. You get peace and restoration after you use all your powers to fight crime against yourself. Justice for your superficial scratch. Justice.
Like he said, were you the only one in the fight?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was a good one. That was
We got lawyers
Look,
on standby. That was mine. That was me. We got lawyers on standby. Where they at? Where they at?
yeah.
that's we. Well, you know what? We can. You know, there are receipts. There are screenshots because he said he didn't receive money for the lawyers. But there are screenshots that Sheena herself sent him $1,500. There are receipts. She sent him $1,500 specifically for lawyers.
Well, there was a woman stating that on his live feed one day, they were stating that she sent about $10,000 altogether, and she wasn't able to come to the march, but she sent about $10,000, and she was a nurse.
Hey, y'all don't piss me off now. Y'all about to piss me off.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Hey, since I got 3 women on here, I want to show y'all something, right?
You feel love?
I want to play a little bit. I want to play a little bit more of the Otherwise Cook tape from yesterday, so I can get y'all women's opinion on what she's trying to say.
Gonna ask if we gonna play the rest. Can we please play the rest?
Please.
I've been playing a little bit. I've been playing like 30 seconds at a time, y'all, and cut it off. Tell me what she's saying right here. Y'all, first of all, y'all heard the first part of the tape yesterday, right?
I missed it, but that's all right.
I did too.
Oh, you missed it? You missed it too?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me give him a quick synopsis. I'm gonna give him a quick synopsis.
Yeah.
The tape begins with spiritual intimidation. The first thing she says is, "We're all women of God, right? We're all women of God, right? I'm standing here listening to you all say that you're women of God." So here that is trying to bow down or trying to belittle somebody's activity to beneath women of God before the discussion even happens. That's how it starts. Okay. She then goes on to accuse them of sabotaging her son. They ask her, "What would make you think we are sabotaging your son?" Her response is, "Because at first y'all said y'all wasn't gonna say Sheena name, now y'all saying Sheena name. So because they discussed who they discussed everything with or said their name, now it's sabotage." So it's not because it's a lie. It's not that anything that was said was a lie. But at first she said, "Don't say her name." Now she's saying, "Say her name." Don't y'all see she trying to set him up? It's sabotage.
Okay.
That's what we got right now.
To further discuss, because she tells them that she don't take part in the freedom fighter stuff, but she do talk to her son. She don't ask him nothing about the freedom fighter stuff, but she do talk to him, and that there's an anointing on him and whatnot, what have you. So then she says Jed did not tell anybody that Miranda was homeless. And Issa and Darshell explained to her, yes, he did. And we are going to send you the screenshots if this is your personal number.
Boom. And that's what we got right now, right?
And that's about where we left off.
Okay, here we go.
And all of them came and stepped foot in Dallas. Any one of them babies can tell you they have spoken out their own mouth. Go back and watch the lives. That's all I'm going to do. Go back and watch the lives. They said that this was by far the easiest case that they have ever put their hands on. Because when they came, all they had to do was support. I had to done all my work myself. Me and my sister.
Easter talking.
Between the two of us, all of the paperwork was already in order because this is what I do. I'm not new to this, baby. I'm sure to this. I've been doing this.
That's Darcel.
What they call design purpose for my life. This was my calling. This is what he gave to me. So I just asked, yes. So this was my purpose, you know, and this was also my family that I'm fighting for. And so I didn't want anything negative attached to this baby's name. It wasn't just about justice for Jackson. We're trying to build this baby a legacy attached to this baby name. So all of this, do you see this unfolding? Do you see this? One thing I did not tell nobody Miranda was homeless. You don't even, you know, baby, you know, gossip like that. Miss Cook, I'll send it to you. Can I say something? This is Issa. This is Miss Reed. This is Jason.
Whoa. You heard us? Explain that part to him, Anisha. What's he saying right there? Explain that part to him. What's he saying right there? Can you hear me, Anisha?
I was trying to unmute myself. I was trying to
let's explain that part.
So she's saying that she feels personally responsible for everybody that came and stood in Jackson's name because she's the one that called them down there. And that she's explaining to Miss Cook that she has been nothing but honest and loving and supportive to everybody that's down there. Okay. So at some point they Idawese enter Jackson try to save Jed as usual. He ain't do it, but yes, he did. And their receipts.
Boom.
As my elder, all due respect. All due respect. I don't follow anything. I'm not in an organized religion. I don't have that kind of relationship. I don't believe in organized religion, but I believe there's a God because that's the way I was raised.
It's Issa.
I believe it too. That's the way I was raised. So what are you saying to me? When I'm saying that God still has to be sick. I'm being honest with you. All this chaos going back and forth, I just don't want my family to get caught in the middle of it. Okay. I don't want my family to get caught up in the middle of what's going to break down or whatever's going on in justice. My focus and my purpose always will be justice for Jackson. I just don't want my family involved in no foolishness. Lying. Not talking about your son, not attacking your son, not doing nothing. I have a son of my own. I have 3 sons of my own. So I understand where you are as far as being protective of your child. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But I'm not trying to throw your son under the bus. I'm not trying to blow him up, exploit him, or anything. I'm just trying to move away from the chaos. That's it. That's all.
Watch this.
But let me ask you all this. Then why was it necessary to go online and answer the questions instead of just talking to him as a president and just leave? If you want to leave,
wait. Tell them what they're about to listen. Tell them and what they're about to hear. Tell them what they're about to hear, Nisha.
Did y'all hear her just say, why was it necessary to talk to the people? Now, this woman just went on and told her for 5 minutes that she feels personally responsible for these people and that she don't want them attached to no mess. And the first thing she say is, why would you tell them not to be attached to no mess? I just told your ass I don't. What do you mean? Are y'all listening to listen to what she's saying? Why was it necessary to go warn people that you don't want them attached to no mess?
I'm not trying to blow him up, exploit him, or anything. I'm just trying to move away and move my family away from the chaos. That's it. That's all. But let me ask you all this. Is it necessary to go online and answer the questions instead of just talking to him as a president and just leave? If you want to leave, we did. Hey, you did. You just went on the last. No. You talked to him first. The original plan was to apologize to the people and tell them why we were leaving. To bow out gracefully. Not to throw rocks at nobody. Because them people came to the call. People spent their money. They flew to Texas. They called. They did. But you already right. But y'all mentioned Tina James. Y'all mentioned her name. And first y'all said, they said don't call her name. And y'all say it's okay to call her name because she wanted you all to openly apologize about her. Can't y'all see what I'm trying to say? Ma'am, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to keep my family out the chaos. We did not know what was going on.
Pause for a second, Black. Pause. I want the people to understand or listen to what she's saying, okay? She is saying or suggesting to them that it's all a lie because Sheena wanted them to apologize to her. I don't know what that has to do with the fact that he lied on Sheena. Those women took it upon themselves to apologize to Sheena. It was nothing that Sheena asked them to do. They took it upon themselves as women that they made a mistake. They went off of what Jed said after doing their research and finding out what was really going on. They felt like they owed Sheena an apology. And what she is telling them is that they should have just licked their wounds, talked to Jed himself, and allowed other people to be manipulated. Wordplay. Pay attention to what she's saying.
God
Go ahead.
damn.
To the people and tell them why we were leaving to buy out gracefully. Not to throw rocks at nobody. Because them people came to the call. People spent their money. They flew to Texas. They called. They did what you already right. But y'all mentioned Tina James. Y'all mentioned her name. At first y'all said, they said don't call her name. And y'all say it's okay to call her name because she wanted you all to openly apologize about her. I'm trying to say, ma'am, this is
She was owed that apology. She was owed that apology.
On that particular thing. Jed and Miranda came to us with that. On the page to protect Miranda without fact checking. Okay? So I felt like we owed that lady an apology after we spoke to Eric. He told you all not to mention the name of these children. I said it was okay. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me. She did not mention her name. After this sleep. So are you not telling me that my son was the one that revealed that Miranda was homeless? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, he did. He did. Oh, he revealed it. I don't have to lie to you about anything, ma'am. He did. I don't have to lie to you about who did he reveal it to? He revealed it to the Arkansas family. The Arizona family, the Arizona and the New York family, the New York group of freedom fighters, big ladies. He revealed that in a secret check.
Woo, wait a minute. That is Pimpin' J and Miranda is with the same dude that revealed her address to the fucking world. What kind of trust or fucking bullying tactics is that? To scare this man to what? Because, like, saw what he done with Olga. Now you put this lady address out in the street. So that's basically telling her we can send people to wherever you at.
Now, let's give a little backstory. The way that the people in the other chapters found out about Miranda being homeless is that Jed made them an ultimatum that if they were going to be in the organization, that they would have to either donate to him or donate to Miranda's situation, and that or donate to Miranda's housing situation. That was the issue that's how he threw that information out there.
That's crazy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. He did. He did. Oh, he revealed it. I'm grown. I don't have to lie to you about anything, ma'am. He did. I don't have to lie to you about who did he reveal it to? Just to the Arkansas family. The Arizona family. The Arizona and the New York family. The New York group of freedom fighters, big ladies. He revealed that in a secret check.
She ain't got shit to say.
This what go on in them secret chats he don't want infiltrated.
She don't know what to say.
People on the road.
Look at.
That's how my baby picture got out there. That secret fucking chat.
It was 6 ladies in a private chat. With Jed. And he revealed it to them then. And what we did not say, and we were trying to stay away from, in that chat, before he even mentioned that they were going to raise money for Miranda due to her situation, he gave them an ultimatum either to donate to the Freedom Fund or donate to Miranda's situation. So that's how they knew that Miranda was sleeping in her car.
Woo! Freedom fighters or donate to the situation. Woo! Hey, Forever True TV and Desi, where y'all at? Y'all still there? With the drinks and everything? Y'all been listening to this?
I'm here. I'm here.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
We're
here.
gonna say the rest of that. We still got 13 minutes of that. So I wanted to get y'all a recap on that. We still got about 13 minutes of video. We're gonna play some more tomorrow. I ain't gonna give all of it to you all right now. Recap it for me, Nisha.
And you click on Black Rosebud. It say live Rosebud, Black Rosebud. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you a link on your text message, and then you can see me. Yes.
So Desi, what you think about that?
I'm gonna send you a link right now, and then you can come out.
Bullshit.
I think about 400, about 200 people.
Desi, what you think about that?
It's bullshit. His mama sound like she covering up for him. Like she just sound like my son can never do no wrong. It's Jedediah. That's how she sound like.
You know, mothers cover up most for the son. You know, I know mother like his mom used to feed people, used to bring to the house, let them spend the night and things like that. Them was the dudes he found off the street.
Right. Like my mom, and when I was in school, my mom would be like, you can't tell me my child didn't do wrong. If Desi did something wrong, call me. Let me know because wooty woo. My mom knew I did wrong. She knew I was bad.
Your mom knew you was bad. Nisha, where you at?
So
where you at?
I'm right here. Look, I'm like that. Well, no, I can't say Desi. The only thing you can get my mama to believe about me in school is that I was fighting.
Oh, I didn't do no fighting. I was just talking back.
If she got a phone call that said your daughter's in the control center, she say, "Okay, I'm sending her daddy to go get her." No, she ain't asked what happened. She ain't asked what's going on. She said it's two questions. Was the police called? No, ma'am. You guys can come and pick her up. Is she okay? Yep, she's all right. She's doing just fine. I'm sending her daddy. That's it. That's the extent of the conversation.
I think that was the same with me. My mine was fighting. If
I gotta ask you, women, right? To what extent would you protect your son's identity or his secrets? To what extent?
I don't have a son, but if you ask me about my niece and my nephew.
Okay, what about your niece and your nephew? To what extent would you protect your niece and your nephew? Like, what would be the boiling point? What would be the point where you like, I can't protect you from that?
Stealing, murder, rape.
Well, it would have to be provable. That's the thing. It has to be vetted, and it has to be provable. If you can prove that my nephew or my niece did something and actually show the facts, not some subliminal message that you're trying to get out there and then it ain't really true, or falsified evidence. If you're trying to do that, I'm not going there. But if you are really actually showing the facts, then I can say, hey, you know what, nephew, the best thing for you is to go ahead and let's work a deal. But other than that, I can't protect you.
Right. My mom did a foster care, and one of the foster kids like took a voice recording of my mom like whooping me, because my mom used to whoop me with the belt, duh. And so she had to go to court for it and all this shit like that. And my mom told the judge, like, you're not gonna tell me how to raise my child. This is my kid. So if you don't like how I'm raising her, then oh well, you can take all the foster kids away from me. You can have them, whatever. But I'm raising my daughter how the hell I want to raise my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
What that judge say? Like, you know what?
Like the judge he was just like, he ain't say nothing.
I know the judge was like, go ahead, Miss Desi, you can have them kids. I ain't gonna say shit.
Her name's Miss Streeter, because it was me. She whipped me. She didn't whip the foster kids. That would be against the regulations. She was whooping her own daughter.
So what about you, Anisha? What would be the extent you protect your kids' identity?
No, my mom always told me, if you get yourself put in jail, I don't have nothing to do with nothing. Don't call me.
Yep.
Don't write me. I ain't putting shit on your books. I'm not coming to no visits because you put yourself in that predicament. But if you are innocent, I will fight for you to the end. And then that was put to the test with my baby brother. And she fought with him. Innocent. He was innocent, and we knew he was innocent, and we knew they couldn't prove it. She paid for the lawyers. He had everything he needed. He made it to the special visits. She made it to every visit. She was down there 3 times a week if need be. Tired, fresh off work. Didn't make no difference. She was going to see her baby because he did not do it. And my brother right now today is out, free, scot-free, vindicated. He didn't do it.
Can I ask you another question, right? Say your son or your nephew, right, was getting accused of sexual allegation. Would a part of you kind of believe that, or would you like totally have to wait on the proof first, or would this a little small part that believe like maybe it's possible my son could have molested somebody or done something, or would you totally believe in your nephew or son?
Hell no. You know how you raise that person or how that person been raised to know if they would do somebody like that? That's bullshit.
Say that, Desi.
You gotta preach.
Yeah.
You know your kid.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, you raise your kid better than that, or you know your nephew or somebody better than that to know if they would do something like that. But man, it's crazy because I had some girls try to say that I was there while they got raped and something like that, and I'm like, hell to the fucking no. My mama raised me. I don't care if you're male or female. Ain't nobody getting taken advantage of in my presence and not letting me do nothing about, and I'm not gonna do nothing about it. You got me messed up. My mama raised me better than that. So nah. You know what your son or your kid didn't do, or your nephew. You know.
You know your kid a freak.
Especially if you got family members also accusing you of accusations and things like that. That's one of the main things is when the family member makes accusations. You know, it's been times where, you know, I personally know someone who has experienced that themselves.
Right.
And you know, in the long run, it was known by the family. However, the person wind up dying, and after that, you know, it seems like the truth started coming out because they didn't want to believe it while that person was alive. But once the person died, then it just seems like everything just started coming out. So, with that being said, you know, your child, you know what your child done. You raised them, and you know what happened. And if it's fortunately, if it is true, you know, it's gonna come out in the long run anyway. And I don't know if you guys know about this thing about, you know, preachers. Now, I'm not saying that it, you know, I don't have nothing against ministry because that's my thing. But they even have where this thing about these black gay mafia that's going on about these ministers in the Bay Area that are with these young boys.
Wait a minute, I think I saw a special on that. Wasn't it a special?
I think so. I think it was a special one. I just know that it was definitely here in the Bay Area, and it was going around in the Bay Area about these ministers that are, you know, having sex or communicating to have sex, soliciting for sex with these boys. And so, you know, I would not put it past it, especially after our Freedom Fry leader has specifically stated that he is into men and women. So, because he specifically stated that, you know, in his videos, a few of his videos, I would not put it past it now. Because at first I had second thought. I was just thinking that people were just picking on, you know, that particular person or them particular people. And it just so happened that, you know, because he actually mentioned it in his videos, now I don't have second thoughts. I believe it.
Look,
Desi, can I ask you a question?
You know, these male pastors and preachers and popes have been touching boys for a long time in the church, even down to the altar boys. Like this ain't even just a black culture thing. This is not a black preacher thing. This is a long-standing ministry thing that they have been in the closet behind closed doors, not even just dealing with men, but dealing with children. This touching children thing is a situation that has been going on for a very long time. I can't put it past nobody. I have had elders holler at me married in their fucking 60s. I'm 30. I'm 32 years old. So if you in your 60s, you was in your 30s when I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a
I should
question?
be a baby to you.
Yeah, what's your question? I'm ready.
Do you
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
do you think child molesters or people like that can reform,
Reform, like they
can
can change
change?
their ways? No.
I believe they can get treatment. I believe there's treatment. I believe there's
Mm,
mental treatment, but I don't know how any of that works because it's not even feasible for me to even think on that playing field. To even
right,
think
me
on that
either.
level.
Like
You know what I'm saying? So
for
I
you to
don't
even
know if there is help or not because I don't even think on that level to say what how serious it is or whether or not it's fixable.
I don't see what's appealing about somebody who doesn't know how to do anything. Like to think about a young boy who don't know how to fuck, that doesn't turn me on. That doesn't turn me on nothing at all. Like not none seriously. So for a young girl who don't know nothing, well what's cute about that? What appealed you about that? Because seriously, nothing about a young boy who can't do anything in the bed for me turned me on. Like, boy, you're 14. I don't want nothing to do with you. You don't know nothing about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. I think it's probably I saw a special on it, and I think it's because the innocence, right? I heard one sick dude said the reason why he had sex with his daughter because he wanted to protect her from other men. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to show his daughter how to, love and things like that because he didn't want no other man to enter her life and fuck her life over. So he was protecting her.
How?
I like
Okay.
that's
Okay.
some sick shit right there. That is some sick
I was
shit.
just gonna say like
That don't even
that's
make
sick. That's a
sense.
sickness. That
So
is a
look, I
sickness.
got another question, right? There's a lot of women, especially in LA, right? There's a lot of women, like there's a lot of people on the pedophile list, a lot of men that mess with women on the Craigslist and things like that. I don't know if women don't check or women know and just don't want to tell nobody until the dude leave. How do you feel about women who know that these men are pedophiles and are allowing these men to come in the house?
They're idiots. They're retarded. They have no mind. They're stupid. But they're stupid.
They are a danger to
the
their
dick must
children.
be good.
They
Ain't
got
no dick that
Father,
good.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it
ain't no
must be
dick that good to
good.
beat your
Ain't no
fucking
dick
They
that
stomach.
good.
allow them to come in the doggone house.
it got to be something.
But
The dick.
to be honest, look, let me
Probably
on some real shit. The cycle usually perpetuates itself. So they probably have gone through something themselves, and they're used to keeping secrets. They've been trained to keep secrets all their fucking life. It depends on what they went through because I don't see anybody who is somebody who has never been through that would never let their child go through that because they wouldn't want to try to inflict the type of pain that they've heard about. Somebody who has gone through that makes a choice.
Hey, can I say one thing and then I gotta get off here because I got people waiting on me. But my mama raised me my whole life saying like, if any man ever touches you inappropriate, tell me. I don't care what he says. If he'll kill me or hurt me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. She came up with some crazy. She came up with a phrase that that I know that me and her only know.
Only
So
know.
we can use it if somebody try to say this or say that. And so like my mom was super duper duper protective over me and about me and the men around me. She never. That's like whenever you guys were talking about a man being in the household. My mom had boyfriends, but they never were in the household just because she never believed in men running in and out of the household. So if you believe that your son, kid, daughter, child, or boyfriend would do anything like that, you're stupid for being with them. That's just ignorant.
Good looking out. Good looking out. Anytime, hop on anytime.
I I I, I
You
will
want
I
definitely
clubbing?
need
for
to hook up
sure.
with you, Desi.
She must be clubbing.
Just found your page. I just found your page, Forever True, Miss Angelique.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna definitely
First of
hook up.
all, Desi, I was not invited to the party. Your face is beat. Your hair is pent up. Your
Yeah,
drink is already flowing. Where
that's
the hell are you going? I
yeah.
was not invited.
Yeah, I don't even got my pants on or I turn around and let you see the mirror view. But this dude didn't say
What?
this dude said he was gonna come and get me, but he never and he's gonna try to say
Okay, she
That
said
nigga
let's
crazy. That
stay.
nigga crazy.
and
That
he
hey,
thought I was stupid, right? He gonna say I'm
that
on my
nigga stupid.
he said
That
I'm on
nigga
my
stupid. See, that nigga stupid. You wouldn't even been on the phone right now. I'm like, you better hang that motherfucking thing up and get on this. That nigga stupid.
Beep,
I hope you watching this show right now.
I'm outside, bitch. Beep, beep.
Fuck outside.
On Instagram.
It's already waiting. Hey, look, and she tipsy. Oh my God. She's tipsy.
Get your ass off YouTube, girl. I'm waiting on you.
He's ready. This nigga is tripping. This nigga ready.
He tried to tell me some story about his gas tank fucked up, so he can't come or something. Whatever.
His ball tank's gonna be fucked up tonight. He should have been thinking about his ball tank. That's what he should have been thinking about.
That nigga, look. That nigga should have called a plane over that motherfucker. He should have called an Uber. Like, you know what? This car can sit right here for the night. I got to get to this spot over here. That motherfucker
should have called an Uber and a Lyft to see who was coming first.
That nigga should have got a helicopter to that.
He's 40.
That nigga, what is wrong with you niggas out here?
I offer money. I offer gas money too. He's 40 minutes away.
Oh, this nigga. Hey, send me. I'm gonna inbox this nigga right now. Send me his name. I'm inbox this nigga right now, and I'm gonna cuss him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you look bad. You making us? I feel guilty.
Thank you.
I feel guilty.
Tell that nigga, waste not, won't not. Wrong with him.
What the fuck is this?
Black,
I'm sitting up here asking for coochie shots, and this nigga got a coochie shot, and he turned it
He
down.
got legs all waiting on him. It's all kind of legs on deck. Legs on deck.
Oh my God.
Why y'all talking about that man?
Hold on. 1 second.
Which one at?
Shots. And third of all, Black, you got me on Instagram. I'm the one with the blonde hair who sent you the ass shot.
Oh!
In the course, wait a minute. Oh my God, did you just say there's an ass shorts? Is there an ass shorts
on the wall?
It was
I need to know.
I
sent
Where's
it.
Joy at? Joy said yesterday she was trying to convince me these niggas is watered down. Joy, I guess you won that argument right there. If niggas ain't trying to pick that up, Joy, I'm my bad. I guess you won that argument right there. She said,
hello.
Joy was trying to convince me these niggas is watered down. All these niggas are stupid. These niggas ain't knowing what good women is. These niggas passing up on shit. And I argued up and down. She a motherfucking lie. Now this shit happened today. This must have been Jesus talking to us right now to try to set an example. Joy, you are right.
Desi, you gotta go get you some because Rico said everybody that follow Black is sexually frustrated anyway. So now you gotta go get you something.
What? I guess, but he tripping. I had gas money and I had Bud, and this nigga still didn't pull up.
Hey,
you better
expose him. No, hey.
You better cut him off.
Listen, we're gonna have a new group.
So
we're gonna create a new group. Hey, Anisha, a new group. Exposing niggas who don't like goodpussy.com. We're gonna expose the niggas who don't like good pussy group.
No, that's the ladies group. That can't. Now you got to come into our group with that one. That's a ladies group.
Right
me late. I gotta get off here. I love y'all. I gotta get off here.
You gotta go take them legs and go get you some monies.
Girl, I just want to
don't come.
Don't you let them oiled up legs go to waste tonight. That baby oil ain't going to waste tonight.
Okay.
I mean, drink something, smoke something for me. I meant to say squirt something, but drink something for me.
Flag.
I do know how.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
I'd be scared to be in the audience with your ass up there on the doggone microphone. You'd be talking shit like, is she getting ready to squirt? Drink her drink.
Sometimes I go on my stage and I lay a blanket right there so the stage won't get wet. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my jokes are a little sexual. Sexual content. Say,
you gotta put a protective cover over.
Ladies gotta come to my thing with the penny liner.
This is a rated R, not PG-13.
They give penny liners at my show. Look. At the door, they give
Angelique,
women
you
panty
missed it. I
liners.
told
Like
them
you going in
viewer
the black
discretion
rose.
was advised. I gave the disclaimer at the beginning of the show. I told them viewer discretion was advised. Okay, I let them know.
Hey, true. They give panty liners at the door of my show. Then you pay your ticket, and they give you a panty liner. Your shit gonna be wet, huh? You gonna laugh and be wet.
Hey, you gotta love funny niggas. You got to. Don't nobody want no lame ass, boring ass nigga.
I laugh right off their drawers.
Panty liners when you messing with black, they gotta be dissolvable. You ain't gotta be. You can't be trying to peel that shit off your panties and everything. They got it just gotta
laugh you right out your drawers.
Super.
Laugh you right out your drawers. I be joking while I be taking off the pants. Girl, what kind of pants is these? Girl, let me see this. What kind of panties is these? Girl, let me see these panties.
Okay, wait, Black. We got somebody on here, Nene. We got somebody on here giving a number out 773-367-2059 for free nudes and a half off Tinta ointment to help you.
What the hell?
We don't want it. We don't want it.
We don't want it.
Wait a minute. She said free news and half off. What the fuck is? That's a.
Hey,
Louis has
that's a cold. That's a cold YouTube name.
On Jared Live because he need that.
That's a cold
Jared
YouTube
been
name.
around too much. He need that ointment discount. If nothing else, post the ointment discount for Jed, okay?
Okay, I love you guys. I gotta go.
We're gonna kidnap you. We kidnap you. You ain't getting no dick tonight, now.
Bye, y'all. Be safe.
Bye, Desi.
Bye.
You ain't getting no dick tonight. We hating.
Oh my goodness.
Bobby, somebody got a name. What's his name? Lewis. Lewis got a bumpy PP. Lewis has a bumpy PP. That's a cold name. YouTube name. They just credit that name.
There's somebody
just made that name.
Herpes.
Oh.
Somebody
just.
They asked if Lewis got herpes. We don't. We you know.
No, somebody screenshotted them things on there. Somebody screenshotted that. That wasn't a real PP.
Somebody said that his penis was growing little bitty penises all on the tip of the penis. I don't know how that shit works, but it sounds uncomfortable. That's what I.
Somebody said he went to the real jail the other day. It wasn't no fake jail he went to.
Yeah. And I just heard he got a felon living or a convict living with him while he on house arrest. You know he got that ankle bracelet.
So somebody said he was online threatening people today. Huh? So that wasn't true. Somebody said he was online threatening people today, so that wasn't true.
No, he out. He on house arrest.
Hey. So he went in for a warrant and he got out. He on house arrest already?
Mm-hmm.
No.
He went in over 2 weeks ago.
Now I want to learn more.
So he probably is sitting at home on house arrest. So I heard he an informant. That nigga say he ain't scared of no cease and desist.
Sanitary napkins or chap. Oh my God. Nakia Lyles then said she wonders if Jed and Lewis use sanitary napkins or tampons. That's what you call plug it up. Plug it up.
Oh, sanitary napkins. Oh.
It's a possibility. I did hear that people who actually, gay men wind up having to use certain items because they wind up tearing their sphincter in the anal.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So the
translation. Sometimes these butt boys like Jeds have ass leakage.
Yes.
There's leakage going on.
And so they have to use something in order to stop the leakage because when the sphincter is disrupted, it tends to not work and keep your BM inside.
Oh,
so
God.
You have a sphincter in the urethra. Yeah, you have a sphincter. That's why
What is
when you can hold your pee. You can hold your pee. Is your sphincter is helping you too.
Oh my! You done taught me something I didn't know about my goddamn. Do you gotta be gay to know about that fact?
Yeah.
Is that a gay?
Well,
huh?
Now you know.
Okay. So a sphincter. Oh my God, that sounds horrible.
Well, look it up.
Now look, pause, because Lamont said something about tampons up the ass being fun.
Who said that?
Screenshot in the group. So Jed done tore that ass up because we know that he's the top. We know Jed is the top, and we done seen Lamont get in his bed. So I'm gonna assume that the juice has been squeezed out of Lemonhead because he has made mention of these damn tampons and how that's the real freaky stuff.
Mm-hmm. Is that when Lemonhead did like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. He had that damn breaking. He was like,
oh wait, no. Let me help you.
Remember that was like,
hold on, let me get something.
get that prop, Velvet True TV. Get that prop. Get that prop.
Hold on.
I ain't got no mini glove.
Is this when we was doing this?
With the mini glove, yeah. Triple J was getting it.
He had it going on.
Triple J said, "Yeah."
Hey, I should have remade that video. I should get somebody. I can't do that gay shit.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That was the greatest dance. I don't know what dance was worse. That one or the one that he was at church. What dance was better?
Oh,
you saw the one that he was at church?
Oh, which one?
You saw the dance
the one where he was preparing for the Holy Ghost. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. As soon as I'm done unbuttoning my shirt, I just gotta get this button off real quick. If you just allow me time to prepare my body for the Holy Ghost to come in. That button came off. He said, "Yes."
Oh my goodness.
I didn't know that button blocked the Holy Ghost. I immediately took every button off every coat I had. Once I found out that button stopped the Holy Ghost. Jed taught me that buttons stop the Holy Ghost. If you got buttons, you can't dance. The Holy Ghost don't like buttons, okay? If you got a button, remove it.
You gotta be free. You can't put them in a box. You can't put them in a box. You gotta be free.
Yeah, you can't. You got a freedom praise. So all men that got suits, remove the button. If I see you dancing with your button buttoned up, it ain't real. That's not the real Holy Ghost. Jen said that the Holy Ghost don't come through until the button comes off.
Yeah. So when they
dancing can't take place until the button is gone.
That's what all of them need. That's what all of them need. You see them come. You see them, especially the plus size men. They go, yeah. Where is it going? And I heard today that hold on, let me undress myself right quick, because I got to tell you how it is. And one day you're gonna come down the aisle. You're gonna put your money in the cash. You're gonna
look, you know what the catchphrase
today. Can we get a 5? Can we get a 5? I need to take off. Look. Then here we go. And then we got to move on.
Right. Get the tissue.
Yes. I got to move on to the next. Woo! I'm so burning that I got to fan my microphone. If I don't fan it, it's on fire. Right now, in the mighty name of Jesus, we got to get you down here to the altar right now. Put your hands up in the air and then tell them like it is. Let them know that you got $100 for me right now. Tell them that you're going to use your credit card, your food stamps if you have to. Tell them right now you got your EBT card, because I need it right now. Can I get
What you know about EBT cards? What you know about EBT cards?
I told you that's how I told you the last time. I said that is how Jed and Lemonhead is getting around. They using EBT cards. Them women is cashing in their EBT cards and giving them the money and putting it on their PayPal. Can I get an amen today?
I need to get some of that goddamn EBT money. I need the goddamn.
They're not using the cash
I
no
need
more
some
because
of
they
them
didn't.
food stamp monies.
So now they got to go to the EBT card. They got to go and get some of that money off the EBT card. And once they get
So
it
this
up,
is what we're gonna do, right?
they slide it in.
I gotta go get me some more marijuana. So we're gonna have to end this show. But this we're gonna do, we're gonna be inviting people on here all
They
day.
slide it in. That's how Lamont got sepsis. Y'all got to be careful with that sliding. That's how Lamont got sepsis.
Oh,
Y'all
Lord.
forgot that catchphrase for when they getting ready to have the Holy Ghost is y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me.
Yes. Yes.
Y'all don't hear me. Yeah, go ahead, Black.
No, we had a wonderful show.
Yes.
We had a fun show. We had an informational show. We want to thank y'all for coming out. We're going to do this tomorrow. We're going to get the second part of Javante interview tomorrow, and we're going to go on some more Miss Otherwise Cook videos and her little gospel tape. We're going to hear some more of that. We're going to hear another half of that tomorrow. So, matter of fact, tomorrow's New Year's Eve, ain't it?
Yep.
Y'all don't need no show New Year's Eve. I don't think y'all need no show New Year's Eve. I'll probably be, matter of fact, I'll probably be somewhere New Year's Eve. I'm probably go get me some coochie New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Everybody should look. It's 128 people on here. If you not getting no dick or no pussy or New Year's Eve, don't even look at my show no more. I don't even want to watch. I don't even want you watching my show. One day out of the year, let yourself free. This is New Year's 2018. Let yourself free. You can worry about all that. I'm not gonna give no coochie away for the rest of the year. But for tomorrow night, be knee deep in something or. Look, even if you got a short thing, you know what I'm saying, go find you a little something. But women, if you get you something at least 9 inches or better, you feel me? 2018, get something 9 inches or better. Bring in the new year with a bang, with a big bang. Get your alcohol. If we do, we probably do. We probably get on here and do a countdown. Everybody have a drink. You know what I'm saying? The countdown. We have to do it twice then, huh? At 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Twice. No, 3 times.
3.
We got to do it at 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
2, 3 times. We're going to have I don't know where I'm going to be.
9 o'clock.
Hopefully.
So 8 o'clock. And I thought it was 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
No, it's 9
Or
o'clock.
is it 9 o'clock?
Initially, going to be 11 o'clock. It's in the East Coast, going to be 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Because she's 2 hours. Yeah, so me and you got to do it at 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And these got to do it at 11 o'clock, and the East Coast got to do it at 12 o'clock. So we got to get drunk twice. We got to get drunk at 9 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Over in LA time, we got to get drunk at 9 o'clock. Over in LA time, then we got to get drunk again on our time for real. So whatever you're doing between now, I gotta wake. Hold on. So we gotta wake up. We gotta get our drink on. We done the niche shit and all the East Coast shit. It's 11:59 our time now. No, let's go have a toast again. This motherfucker gonna be asleep. It's gonna be 3 o'clock with their head. The day gonna be all over, and we gotta start all over again.
Like.
You got to hold on. You got to hold on.
It's gonna be like 2 o'clock.
And you gonna be God's unchanging hand and Lamont's changing asshole. Something got to be holding on.
You got to be up to 2 o'clock tomorrow. If we take a toast with your ass, you got to step at 2 o'clock tomorrow in the morning and take a toast with us at 12 o'clock.
I'll do that. I'm gonna have to get my energy drink intact.
Well,
I'm gonna be in there like yes.
Well, Kevin,
yes.
He's saying, what about the other 21 countries that we got this toast to? I think they already started already. This already started already. That's the reason why
I'm not drinking for those 21 countries right now. I'm gonna drink for those 21 countries. I think we be drunk all day.
No, you just
we're gonna be counting down for 3 damn days.
You just sit. Look, you just go like this. Look.
Hell no.
Africa.
It don't work. It don't work.
India.
You gotta be sipping all Iceland. You gotta do Canada. You gotta do all that shit. You gotta do Jamaica.
I know.
You gotta go all over the map.
Oh God.
That's what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna see if y'all want to have a countdown live on air. Everybody gets a drink tomorrow and tip your glasses and we're gonna set it up tomorrow. That 3 different times tomorrow because y'all, if we drink with y'all got to drink with us. 3 different times.
Right. That's right. Hey, y'all glasses full.
I better go buy me a new bottle because I'm down to the last.
Oh, that hit. I'm gonna be on the Henny tomorrow.
That's
my shit. Henny. I'm gonna be on the Henny tomorrow. Henny and juice.
Yes.
Henny and juice.
Henny New Year.
Yes. Henny
New Year.
Yes. Good night, Tiny Paul.
So, hey, True, tell them where they can find you at before we get up out of here.
Well, you guys can find me at Forever True TV. It's here on our YouTube, Forever True TV. I'm so happy to be a part of the Black family. And I love my Nini. She is very positive. So make sure you guys go over to her channel as well and continue to uplift us and keep us motivated. And you guys continue to come, share, because each day, it will get better and better. 2018 is about prosperity and living the life that you want to. And my thing is living the life like it's golden, living the life like it's golden, living the life like it's golden, golden.
We might even do some parodies tomorrow.
Okay.
We got some singers. We might even do some parodies tomorrow, like some French fries remakes and party like it's French fry 99 or some shit like that.
Golden, golden, golden. Hey.
Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Living my life like it's golden, golden. Golden.
So, Elise, you want to say anything about here?
I want to tell y'all, be safe. Don't be like sepsis. Wrap it up. Wrap it up before you smack it up and rub it down. Oh no. Justice for Skid Row. And and all its affiliates. You know what I'm saying? Keep y'all eyes open at all times. Love one another. Stay open-minded. Always vet your information. Don't go by word of mouth. Do your own research. Stay free thinkers. You know, think for yourself. Don't let nobody else think for you, and stand in your truth. When you need help, be okay with saying that you need help. Reach out to those that are willing to help you, and hold on to your hope. It ain't what you've been through, it's what you already conquered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's deep.
Stand on that. We will reconvene with the jokes. Wait, I gotta do it right.
No.
Hold on.
Don't forget your baton. Don't forget the baton now. Don't forget the baton.
I ain't got no baton. I gotta get on their level. I'm not even on their freak level. I ain't even on their freak level. I ain't got near baton. But I can clap them. My life won't even go off. I'm just all kind of what they call me, a broke comedian. I ain't got no clapper.
I gotta get off and turn my shit. I gotta stand up and walk and turn my light off. Got a bitch you clapping on shit. I gotta walk and turn my light off.
Yes, yes. Happy New Year's to you too, Nakia.
See y'all tomorrow.
Okay.
See y'all tomorrow night.
Guys, have